It seems as though Tammy Slaton is finally taking her life into her own hands. She has seriously changed some things around. Ever since leaving the rehabilitation facility, it's like she's become a whole new person, both in her appearance and her attitude. And you guys will never believe what she looks like now and what's going on with her marriage. Recently, Amy posted a new series of photos of Tammy to her Instagram, and these photos were shocking, as they showed Tammy actually standing on her own without any assistance. Before her weight loss journey, Tammy weighed over 700 pounds and needed an oxygen tank and a walker to get by. But after losing over 300 pounds, she can now finally walk and stand without any help from the devices she had to rely on before, which is so amazing to see, especially after watching her go through some really serious health problems. In season 4 of 1,000 Pound Sisters, which just finished airing about 2 months ago, we watched Tammy as she entered a rehabilitation facility in Ohio. Of course, she went to this facility after a serious medical emergency that resulted in her being put into a medically induced coma and given a tracheotomy. But despite how scary and difficult it was for her to recover from something like that, it seems like it was finally the wake-up call that she needed. Because it seems like she's since actually taken her health and her future into her own hands, and she's finally started to take her weight loss journey seriously. One of the main goals that Tammy had for herself was to lose enough weight to get bariatric surgery, which is the same one that her sister Amy also got. And luckily enough, she's finally done it, which Tammy even called a miracle. The comments on Tammy's new look and her success in actually losing a significant amount of weight have been overwhelmingly supportive and hopeful, since everyone is just really happy for her and we all want to see her succeed. And it seems like Tammy's attitude has changed too, since she seems just as hopeful as the rest of us. She said that it feels great to finally see all of her hard work paying off, and after all of the sacrifices she made, it's just so exciting to see real results. Tammy was also already released from rehab, which has allowed her to actually go out into the world and do fun things for a change. But at the same time, all of this newfound independence apparently created a rift in her marriage to Caleb Willingham. Tammy met Caleb in rehab and got married to him after only knowing him for a few weeks. And even though they were pretty happy in the beginning, it looks like things are not going well between them right now. When she first entered the facility, Tammy was her usual grumpy self. There's no doubt that she also felt seriously isolated and alone while she was there, so it makes sense that she would want company. With Caleb there, she was able to have someone by her side to help her get through the tough days. But we also have to remember that in the beginning, Tammy admitted that Caleb wasn't really her type at all. She even said that she'd prefer to date people who didn't have the same health and weight issues as her. Caleb did eventually manage to win her over though, and the company was really nice for her. But with Tammy's new bright future, it just doesn't seem like it makes sense for Caleb to be a part of that picture anymore. At this point, he's still at the facility while she's already left, which is something that Tammy's family worried about when they first got married back in November. At the time, they were hopeful that Caleb would be able to leave the facility too, hopefully not too long after Tammy. But it kind of seems like he isn't making any real efforts to change his ways and try to get out of the facility like they planned. And it's also pretty clear that the two of them just aren't on the same path in life anymore, which has made a lasting negative impact on their marriage. The US Sun reported information from an alleged insider close to Tammy and her family, and they claimed that she and Caleb had finally split. The insider claimed that the marriage finally ended over an argument about Caleb's time in the facility. Allegedly, Caleb actually gained weight, and apparently he hasn't been working on his program or taking it seriously at all. The insider said that he and Tammy got into a major fight over this, where he was actually the one to say that he wanted a divorce. Apparently, Caleb attempted to backtrack and repair the relationship after the argument, but it appears as though the damage had already been done, which makes a lot of sense considering that Tammy finally has independence, and the fact that her family was already against the marriage in the first place. The insider apparently ultimately believes that her decision to end things with Caleb once and for all was the best thing she could have done, since Tammy has always wanted someone to take care of her, but with Caleb, it's possible that she would need to take care of him, which would be incredibly difficult to do since she can barely take care of herself and needs to focus the majority of her energy on continuing her weight loss and health journey. At this point in her recovery, it's completely unrealistic to expect Tammy to take care of Caleb when he has all of the same health conditions. So it really just seems like the relationship was doomed from the start, which a lot of people definitely saw coming. Although we were all hopeful that Tammy had actually found her true love, that doesn't really seem to be the case. Interestingly enough though, it seems like she's already kind of moved on from the relationship. She even posted a TikTok telling everyone how she's been amazing since leaving the facility, and she said that life couldn't get any better. It really looks like Tammy is looking at her life with new eyes and is ready to continue her progress and move forward. And it's possible that she's now finally realizing that she has other options and doesn't just have to settle for Caleb because he was there. Luckily for Tammy, even though this divorce could get messy, the insider claims that she made him sign a prenup before they got married. And she also allegedly already has a legal team lined up and ready to go in the case that they file for divorce. so hopefully he won't be able to get anything from her. While Tammy herself hasn't officially confirmed or denied the split, it seems pretty obvious what happened there. I mean, she changed her name on TikTok back to her maiden name and took his last name off. And on top of that, it appears as though Caleb has allegedly already broken his silence on the matter. This comes from an alleged Facebook post that said that they were married only on paper, and that this was her decision, not his. And also that he's hurt, mad, confused, and alone in the whole matter. Although this post hasn't exactly been backed up just yet, it seems like all signs are pointing to them being done, since he's also been completely gone from her recent social media posts as well. And chances are that they most likely won't be fixing the relationship either, since Tammy is just too busy going off and starting her new life, which is truly something she deserves after really putting in all the hard work. It seems like she's finally ready to truly love herself and enjoy her life, and I can't wait to see what's next for Tammy. But anyway, what do you guys think about all this? Do you think that it was inevitable that Tammy and Caleb would split after she left the facility? Or do you think they could have made it work? And do you think they're actually broken up? Let me know in the comments below.